this weekend?
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix, all the way.
I know. I should be studying, but I like watching Netflix.
Right? So many good things. And when I go to Netflix, I go hard. Like, I finish the season in 3 weeks. It's ridiculous.
What are we learning about today anyway?
Genetics.
Genetics?
Yeah.
Where's
Like
Miss
the
Coleman?
history? Like,
Where's
where
she?
is Miss Coleman? She's late.
She's not late.
She usually on time, so.
She's usually on time.
Yeah, and Jennifer's not here either.
Hello guys, Miss Coleman is not here today. You have a substitute.
No,
My
so-
name is Abraham Fawcett,
Time to
Dr.
go.
Fawcett for short. Today we are going to, yes ma'am?
How old are you?
How old are you? I am 19 and growing. We're going to learn about that in genetics. History of genetics. The father of genetics is Gregor Mendel. He formulated 2 laws about this. Does anybody know his first law?
Law of segregation.
That is correct. Next time raise your hand.
Oh,
His
that's
first law is the law of segregation, which states that genes have alternate forms or alleles. Anybody know the second law? It's not as common as the first law. That is fine, we're going to learn it. The second law is the law of independent assortments. It states that the pair of alleles for a given gene segregates into gametes independently of the pair of alleles for any other gene. Now, let's move on from the history to mutation. Does anybody know the definition of a gene mutation? Anybody? Yes, ma'am. What is a gene mutation?
I lost it. Is it just like come up with
Okay, maybe you'll get it later. Excuse me, sir, with the loss. Do you know what a gene mutation is?
One second.
She's got it. What is it?
Gene mutation is a permanent change in a DNA sequence that makes up a gene.
Correct. Now, also, mutation ranges in size from a single DNA building block to a large segment of chromosomes. Now, what 2 ways do gene mutations occur? Anybody know?
They can be inherited from a parent or acquired during a person's lifetime.
That is right, sir. Next time, raise your hand. Now, mutations are passed from a parent to a child. These are called heredity mutations or germline mutations. This type of mutation is present throughout a person's life in virtually every cell in the body. Mutations also occur in a single cell within an early embryo. As all cells divide during growth and development, the individual will have some cells with the mutation and some cells without the genetic change. The situation is called a mosaicism. Now time for a clicker question. Is everybody ready for the excited clicker question? What percent of the population is polymorphism? What percent? A, 100%. B, -1%. C, 1%. And D, 0.5%.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
10 seconds.
Oh, 10 seconds.
5 seconds.
My clicker's not working. Got it.
All right. Answer was C, 100%. Yes, you guys got it. And for you little treat around here, I'm going to dance a little bit. Woo! Woo! Back to class. You guys
Hey,
laugh.
remember that dance is
That was
got a
terrible. It was. You gotta like with the
That was
music
terrible.
much
What you
better than you.
What just happened there? There are 4 common ways on how the chromosome changes in mutations. The first one
Remember, guys, he's not an English teacher.
Yes, do not complain about my handwriting.
No, I was talking about your spelling bro.
That's substitution. I'm going to give you an example.
His right suggests that he's optimistic.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he wrote that. He suggested you are.
Boom, boom. As we see in this one, the one that has been changed is this one, is the substituting that one. So that's the first way. Now let's go to the second
Sequence
way.
over G is T with A.
Very good. Now the second way.
Because that's not the complementary strand. That's just the way the.
I hear voices.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm doing your job, but you're not explaining it properly.
I'm a substitute, okay?
You're substituting for Miss Coleman.
Yes.
You're not doing a very, very good job.
We would like to have her back. Yeah. Should
Interesting.
go to bottle that. No.
I have, the three that were inserted was these three, the T, the G, and the G. Now the third one is deletion. Deletion occurs when a section of the DNA is lost or deleted. Did I make a mistake? Anybody want to come fix me
Yeah,
up?
you have a C and a G,
Oh,
like right underneath.
This one?
And then, yeah, like at the first
At the
of
very
it.
beginning.
At the first of
It's
it.
supposed to be a C?
That's supposed to be a C because you have the first strand on the top is a C.
Thank you very much. I'm actually a chemist major, not a biologist major. So, yeah.
But actually, I should get the credit because since I pointed it out to her, she just said something.
We all winners and we all learn. So, yes. So the third one, deletion. This pen is dying on me. It's okay. Deletion. And the two that were deleted was the double G was deleted. Now,
So what does that do to the chromosome?
the chromosome is affected because when the section is deleted, it gets shorter. So it's faster movement. Frame shift is the last type. Frame shift. Frame shift occurs when insertions and deletions alter the gene so that its messages is no longer phased correctly. Let's give a quick example of this. And here's the altered form because of frame shift. And that's that. All right, class, are you ready for syndromes and disorders? The first type is a single gene disorder. This is where a mutation affects one gene. An example is a sickle cell anemia. And what we just talked about, substitution, is also involved in the single gene disorder. Now, the second one is chromosomal disorder. This is where chromosomes or parts of chromosomes are missing or changed. Chromosomes are the structures that hold our genes. An example of this is a Down syndrome. Now, finally, the third one is complex disorders. This is where there are two mutations in two or more genes. And often your lifestyle and your environment also play a role. An example is colon cancer. Now, time for genetic evolution. So let's start with populations. So populations have genetic variation that continuously arises from undirected processes. Mutation and recombination as being two of them. These changes happen through mutation, migration, and finally natural selection. And evolution is the process of change that has transformed life from its beginnings to an array of organisms today. And also remember, evolution is a fundamental principle of biology. Now, the origin of DNA. DNA can be considered a modified form of DNA since normal ribosome sugar in RNA can be reduced into deoxy in DNA.